Someday, when you guys get as lonely as I am, you'll find the answers that I've found. Like, the only reason I found the answers is because it's the only thing I was looking for. And so, one of the things that, like, on my journey to discovery of all the things I've discovered, is that every time that I find something interesting and find something unique, there's roadblocks in my way to find more. And when I find these roadblocks, it becomes edification to the belief that I've already begun to discover based off the information I've begun to research. So if you're new to MULN and you're going through tweets and you're trying to read tweets about MULN, typically you can just keep going back. I mean, sometimes for days. But for whatever reason, I have this feed, and it only lets me go back an hour. And it's like, okay, if you're going to tell me that anytime I do a search result, there's only 100 options that can come up before it's timed out, well then, what I would suggest is start looking at all these tweets when you search MULN and ask yourself, why are there so many tweets that either have MULN tagged, don't have MULN tagged, but appear anyways? Like, what are they trying to hide you from? Why don't they want you to see what was tweeted earlier today? None of these things, even though they say MULN in it, none of them are about MULN. I mean, obviously some of them are, and there's a lot of bears and there's a lot of bulls. But the point is, when you try to search for information, if you can't find the answers you're looking for, like, you gotta assume that there's a reason behind that, and it's because rich people are making it so you can't find the answers you're looking for. And so then you gotta ask yourself, well then how do I go above and beyond and find the answers I'm looking for? Well, some of the things you can do is look for the people that are bulls. Click on their profiles. Look to see what they retweet, and look to see who they follow and who likes their posts. And go and see who's getting the most traction. Oh, he tagged how many people? Let's go check out what these guys got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to find information on MULN, you got to go the extra step, because there's people that are being paid money to make it to where when you look for MULN, either you only find bad stuff or you find a whole bunch of shit that got nothing to do with MULN. And then the search cuts out before you find the good stuff. That's just the way this world's been working since the beginning of time. Oh, man. One other thing I wanted to mention about the reverse split is that we're probably going to have a 9-to-1 reverse split, and that's okay. I believe that when we have that reverse split, we also have to be given an update of true outstanding shares, and that will tell us the exact position we're in and what kind of timeline we might be able to expect before a possible squeeze. And so, what I wanted to say is that a lot of people were saying that we had to be at $1 today so that we could hold it for 30 days before we get delisted. Some people are saying that day's tomorrow or it's Friday and that it's about to happen, so just don't worry, and we can still hit our 30 days. But other people are saying that you only have to be above the price for 10 days before you get delisted. And so what I think the actual rule is that if you are above the requirement price 10 days before you are supposed to be delisted, you still have to go another 20 days to hit the 30-day mark, to where if you fall back below compliance, you get 6 more months. And so, hang on. I want to post this video, and if the wrong text message comes through, maybe I can't. So, if you hold on, the reverse split 9-to-1. Oh, the 10 days and the 30 days. So basically, if the requirement date is September 9th that we got to be above $1 for 30 days, then what it is actually is 10 days, which means like August 29th, we got to be above $30, or sorry, $1. And then we got to hold that all the way until the time that they're able to delist us. But if it's been 10 days, then even though they were supposed to have the authority to delist us, they can't. And unless we drop under the compliance number before that 30-day mark, even though it's only been 10 days, they still can't delist us until we fall below compliance. And so I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Like, the way they write these rules is to make everything work with each other. And the only way I can see everything working with each other is if what everyone is saying has some resemblance of truth, then this is what makes the most sense. And so, like, that could also mean we don't get a reverse split for another week and a half. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. I hope the reverse split happens tomorrow if it's got to happen. But if it happens tomorrow and it doesn't squeeze, like, I'm not probably going to make a video for at least a week. I want to see what happens. Like, the volume's going to go way down once they do the reverse split. But then I want to see after a week, if the price drops a little bit, what happens to the volume then. Because I expect the volume to rise anytime the price drops. And if that's happening, then the squeeze is still on. But if, like, volume just dies off, that's bad news. If we fall below compliance and get delisted, like, I'm probably still going to put $100 every week into MULN. But, like, and then that's assuming that I'm, like, making money. Like, obviously for the next month, I probably won't be investing anything in MULN. But assuming I'm either getting donations or I find some other path of revenue, like, yes, I would. If any spare money I have, it would 100% go in MULN right now. And so, what I'm thinking here is, even if we got delisted, I think that the technology stands for itself, the patent stands for itself, the cars speak for themselves. Like, it could be this thing where all these big banks that own a couple 100 million shares because they're required to, because we're a NASDAQ listed stock, like, they may be able to sell their shares, and we may have, like, it may increase their dilution potential by like 20, 30, 40%. And it's like, that's a fight I'm willing to fight. So as long, like, if they get delisted and David Mitchery's still willing to fight for it, like, I'd still fight for it. But I think we really have to, like, I think we win without getting delisted, and that means the price can't go down from here. That means the reverse split happens, we're right at $1, and, like, it never really drops. And, like, it should squeeze, but could they delay it another month? Maybe. I don't fucking know. I think that's all I got. All right. Good night, people. Good luck.